besides then, nice to spend a day in the woods once in a while. Get back to nature. Commune. Remind yourself of who you really are. Get away from the rat race. Aside from the video camera, hey, forget about technology and look inside. Realize that emotions are a gift, but you do have choice. Your choice actually is whether to feel good or bad at any given moment of any day. I simply chose to feel good, regardless of what's going on around me. I do what makes me feel good. I help others when I can, but I'm not going to do it to the point where it's going to get me upset. If I suddenly realize that I'm being taken advantage of, somebody tries to take advantage of me, I don't get upset about it. I realize it's the universe prompting me to move on. When somebody pulls in front of you and cuts you off, I'm not going to get upset at the person in front of me. Everybody is the universe. That's the universe telling me slow down. I've got something else to show you on your way to wherever you're rushing to. Realize everywhere you're going, you will always get there in the perfect time, even if initially you think you're going to be late. Right on the nose. Body language. Universe is always talking to you, confirming, using even the avatar you're existing in currently, confirming the things you say, right on the nose. I see what you're saying. Divine truth. The one eye, the all-seeing eye, the divine truth. We're all God, and we're waking up to it. That's what 2012 is about. An awakening of the universe. The fifth element to reality of the fact that, guess what? It's all us. Everything. The sky, the land, the trees, the water. Every other person you see, it's all us. By the way, credit due to Rogers, Canada, and BlackBerry for their contributions, their equipment, their technology, their drive, their determination that made this all possible. Technology, amazing. Wars, by the way. When people start talking about wars, I have to kind of shake my head, because the divine truth is that nothing has advanced technology and brought you the luxury that you enjoy daily, from the TV to your cell phone to your climate-controlled vehicle. Whether it's a bus or a car, it's all due to technology and advances in technology, which were spurred and made urgent by war. Yeah, the cell phone, the internet, the website that makes you millions of dollars and has the potential to give anybody millions of dollars. Self-publish a book on Amazon.com and instantly overnight you're a multimillionaire. These are the tools that we use today to enable us to live the lives that we dream of, because we have generated millions and millions of dollars and billions of dollars in cash overnight, instantly, within hours. Click, 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 buy, 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 buy. You're a multi-billionaire. All because of war. Yeah, folks. Our ancestors sacrificed to create what we enjoy and bitch about today. Think about it. Before anybody jumps up and says, oh, no, no. Just give me a chance. Think about it. The internet is declassified military information and technology. So is cell phones and a lot of other things. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the little thing about Canada and adopting, bending backwards for everybody and adopting the turbans back into the RCMP. Guys, guess what? Originally Canada was British. British were in India. Indians, part of the RCMP, or I should say the Royal Mounted Police, they had turbans. It was the original uniform. It was abandoned, and it's just been brought back. History repeating itself. So the people that are complaining that, oh, that's not part of the uniform, okay, babies. Read up on your history, and you'll find out that it was originally part of the uniform, so voila. And by the way, we're here to enjoy the journey, not critique it. I'm making these videos as a helping hand to kind of shed a little light on what others find confusing about this planet. Because we're born into these human bodies, vehicles, and very much like technology you buy today, the user guide is either on a CD or back on the manufacturer's website. So you have to go and download the user guide if you really want to find out how to use something. But most things that people buy today are pretty straightforward, so they just go ahead and use it, never really checking the user guide. So quite often, many times when it's in the box, we don't even check it if it's something that we already know how to use. Sounds familiar? The human vehicle, avatar, body. Where's the user guide? Well, you're watching one. It's been hidden, and it's been here for a long time. The latest version of it is called The Secret. The original, best-known version of it is called the Bible. It's manifested in many different forms because the universe likes variety. So it shows up in different forms under different guises, religion, spirituality, science. What the bleep do we know? There's a current video movie that's out. The Matrix, one of the most popular documentaries about life, teaching you about the Matrix, the universe, in a more entertaining fashion. Neo, you, everybody, each one of us is Neo. Upon awakening to the truth of the universe, not being about good and evil, but more scientific, about growth, about spiritual growth. Human beings grow up. The human vehicle, I should say, let me put it from the original divine standpoint. The One decided to experience life on the planet as this. You and me. 8 billion times, and then so many other times on so many other planets all over the universe. The One consciousness splinters off and gets into this vehicle as it does into that vehicle and every other vehicle. The point of it all is to enjoy this life, freedom to roam, to be, to experience the beauty of creation. Why? Because we're this. We exist eternally as this energy. This is dark energy right here. You just can't see it with the optic tools that this vehicle, the avatar, possesses. The avatar is endowed with certain tools, visible tools: touch, smell, hearing, sight, taste, feeling, touch. The avatar is also endowed with other powers that are not visible. The mind, for instance, has the power of thought, power of logic, power of reasoning, deductive and inductive reasoning. Multitasking, much like today's modern computer. Walking, talking, guiding. Just checking, make sure we're still on air. And this is the beauty of life. We are inserted into form, we get amnesia. We are never really sure of what's going on because we're constantly being bombarded by information from family, friends, teachers, you name it, TV, radio. Everything is screaming for our attention. Life is magnificent, screaming at silence. Silence in itself being golden and original. It's where we're from. Silence is what allows everything to happen. You can't hear me if something else is using silence, a louder sound. Moving right along. This is all what life's about. What I'm saying right now, I really don't care whether you believe it or not. At this point in this avatar's life, I have zero to lose. I've given away everything else. The only thing I have left is my love for the planet and for everything and person I see. That love is an unconditional love that you get throughout the course of your day, every moment, exactly what you really and truly desire. Because that's the reason you're here. And that's the part of the reason for this message is for you to consciously know that you are here. For that purpose, that sole purpose, you were brought into existence into the form you're in. The original reason you, by yourself, the original, decided I wanted to get into human form. Not to have kids, not to have a job, not to have golden blonde hair, all of it. Not any one thing, all of it. To enjoy all of it. So even when you're upset at your spouse, male or female or otherwise, when you're upset at your kids, when you're upset at traffic, whatever it is, don't feel guilty for it, but realize on top of the fact that you could have understood a little better, realize that too is a gift. Because you will come to appreciate what it's like to be like that once you get over that hurdle and you start understanding why things happen so they don't frustrate you anymore. Many avatars are becoming frustrated more and more because life isn't turning out the way they planned or the way it's supposed to. And it's not going to until you start working with your other half. It's 50-50. The vehicle you're in, you have a conscience. A conscience is the original source. It's the original you. As long as you follow it, everything works perfectly. And that's really the beauty of it. But it's realizing also that your conscience is more than just a voice in you, giving you these feelings and urges and impulses and inspirations. It's also watching your own avatars. It can be quite amusing because you start to realize that you don't know 1 minute to the next whether you're going to move your hand, scratch your nose, blink your eyes, speak, be silent, smile, frown, cry, laugh, jump. You have no idea what you're going to do. That's when you realize that you are a jackal, a term from the movie Blue Thunder. Just another fucking observer. You are God, but at the same time, you're stuck into these little tiny forms. Why? In your original state, you already know everything. You are everything. You are everywhere. Omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. So what do you give yourself for a gift? You're everything. You've done everything. Been everywhere. Got the t-shirt. Been there, done that, seen that. Okay. You've been every experience. You are every experience. You are every moment in time, which itself is an illusion. So what do you give yourself for a birthday present? Amnesia. Knock my butt out and I won't remember a thing when I wake up, so I can pretend to be this. Yeah. A fleshy little avatar, and I can then live out this drama called life, thinking that I am by myself. That's called life on manual. Life 1.0. You end up struggling and fighting in a world that you believe is black, and rightfully so, because the universe is a matrix that's designed to bring you exactly what you believe. It runs on an engine that is silently always running, because the engine's built in, it's a part of your body. The matrix of your body is a matrix within a matrix, this larger matrix. And the engine that's running is a magnetic engine. It's constantly running from the minute you're born, and it runs by your emotions. Your emotions power what's coming towards you, the attraction. It's literally the magnetic force that pulls events, activity, people, and items towards you. Emotions towards you from other avatars, love, appreciation, anger, frustration, whatever it is that you experience as you go through your day, especially as a teenager. You're going through your day and your world seems more and more frustrating. Examine this, what you expect each morning. And I know that it can be very difficult for teenagers because it's a very passionate time for them, because their emotions are the strongest right then, because they're just getting to know them. They're gifts. You're just getting it. It's like a brand new car. So yes, it is shiny, fast, powerful. It's the best it's ever going to be when you first get it. Teenager. But it can be overwhelming. It's like getting a wild bronco or a stallion for a birthday present, and you're having a hard time controlling it, much less taming it. One of the simplest tools to use to do this is your user guide. This video and others like it. The Secret Movie by Rhonda Byrne. Listening to people like the Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, Mike Dooley, and so many others. I could go on, but I'm not going to try and play favorites for anybody out there. The secret to life is available from within you, not from a teacher. This video and teachers, guides like myself. I prefer to use the word guide or assistant rather than teacher, because nothing I say is going to suit anybody 100%. I'm a different avatar, so everything that comes through me will have a slight twist to it. Divine truth or not, it may not apply to your movie, your life. You are me here in your own form. Your own movie's running, and you can accept or reject this movie and any other movie that comes along, or any other information, because you fashion your movie. You wrote the script. You are all living from amnesia until you come to the realization that yes, it is. The belief that yes, I've got amnesia, but I like it that way. That was the design. That was the point. I don't want to know what's coming ahead because I like the surprises. The only point of this movie is to let me know that this is a situation so that I can now tweak my movie so I don't get disappointments in it. I get more and more successes. I get more and more laughs, joy, peace, prosperity. My movie turns out to be the blockbuster I really like. That's the reason for this information. And it doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, how fat or tall or short or skinny or colored you are. I don't care. I love that. That's the point. Variety. If you all look like me, I would have to find a way to stay dead. Why would I want to keep coming back and looking at everybody that looks like me? It's like standing in front of the mirror, and every time you leave the bathroom, you look, there's the damn mirror again. I love variety. I love looking at men and women and children and adults. Old people are not old people. They're me. They're wisdom. You can glean a lot of information from a 5-second chat with an old person in an elevator. Yeah, that's pure wisdom walking around. And that to me is beauty. Beauty just changes form. From physical to so many others. Visual may be our predominant sense when we are originally inserted into form. But we're creatures that evolve following the original creation, which evolves. It evolved from nothing into planets, into gases, into solid material, into living material, and into form. Look at a tree. It's like an experiment. Yeah, an experiment of the universe. Started with Earth. Started making trees. This particular tree doesn't move. Independent thought, independent feeling, I should say. Or, sorry, independent movement. But yes, it does feel. I'll explain that some other time. But yes, it does feel. It's the yin to your yang. It's stationary, you move. It's quiet, you talk. It breathes out, you breathe in. Can't live without it. The tree. You're a tree too. Lord of the Rings has them talking, walking and talking. They call them Ents. Universal coincidence. Quiet forest and out of nowhere. As I say the word Ent. Yes, trees are alive. You know what? Maybe they just chose not to move because humans have become so cold and callous to anything that doesn't have soft skin and, eyes. That trees just stopped talking. And, yeah, the shepherds of the forest, the Ents, sentient trees that have evolved to the point where they can talk and walk, maybe they've just stopped moving too. Maybe it's all bullshit. Or maybe it's all something that exists on a different level of reality, a different dimension. Different dimensions are just at different stages of evolution, where the inhabitants believe different things. Different religions have evolved different ways. Certain things have been lost to time and become legend and myth, while other things have become reality. And literally life has reversed itself, which is one amazing way to occupy yourself if you're literally this. You're nothing, you're energy, you just exist peacefully. Now you entertain yourself with drama. From laughter through to pain, to horror, to misery, to boredom, to love, thoughtfulness, kindness, ultimately awareness of yourself, self-awareness of yourself, the original self. And that is what 2012 is all about, folks. Waking up to the fact that we're the custodians of our own universe. Yeah, we're a cell inside our own body. Look at the highway. Drive down it. Bless every car you see because it's you coming at you, baby. Reminiscent of what? A bloodstream? Red going one way, white going the other way. Red and white blood cells. The magic begins when you start to realize that it is you. It's all you, but it's intelligently you. And yeah, God actually does talk to each and every one of us. It's not a joke. Joan of Arc and everybody else you've seen through the Bible and all the examples throughout history, it's not a joke. These people were highlighted just because they were early. The universe woke them up first, and they were early examples of the truth, which gets even more amazing when you realize that Jesus himself, there's been over 600 instances of this character. It's not a person, it's a state of awareness, a state of being that you come into, realizing that you have the same perception of life. And that's a gift from the universe. It's waking each of us, all of us, up to this as soon as we learn and we accept it. Movies like Bruce Almighty and Evan Almighty answer the question, why you? It's not me, it's everybody. I just answered. I believed. I said, wow, nothing else makes sense. Let me try this. There you go. That's the key to the doorway to step into the new world, which is literally heaven on earth. And the more you embrace it, the faster it wraps itself around you, because it is you dying for you to make the move and go, come on in. You have to invite God into your literal life. Open the door and say, so you really are my best friend, by believing and trusting that this is true. And that's faith. And the only way you can build that is by repetition. Build yourself an affirmation based on the fact that you really do love yourself. That's God loving you. And build yourself an affirmation that works to that effect, benefits you. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, healthy, wealthy, and happy. Always. Maybe a bit long, but you tailor your affirmations to yourself. You make it the way you want it, so it suits you. Write it down and repeat it until it becomes second nature to you. You start saying it in your head all the time. And then bless others with that same affirmation, silently in your mind. Respect their privacy so that they can live their movies, because they're just you. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. There you go. With that, I'm signing off. I'm going to go enjoy my day. It's a fantastic, beautiful day in Southern Ontario. Canada is an incredible country. So is America, so is every other part of the planet. You know what? One last note. We all live on the same rock. Pull the water off. It's not a different country, people. It's Earth. I'm Earthican. Not Canadian, not Jamaican. I'm those two. But I'm Earthican. I live on this rock, the one that's right here. Not any out there, as do we all. But even if I went out there, I live in this universe. Aren't we all part of the same universe? That's the point. Coming to realize that it's all you. It's all energy existing in form. Holding form out of love so that you can get in and look around. Dark matter, dark energy, yes. Dark energy is what is our original substance, wrapped in consciousness. Then we squish that substance together, dark energy, and it becomes solid matter, dark matter. The only reason it's dark is because we haven't shined light on it yet. Hello? That's why it's called dark energy. It's nothing to be afraid of. Dark energy is just our energy without light shined on it. So then we created really excited balls of energy, love. Think of it as a really big party upstairs. We call them suns. They're so excited that they get heated. They glow. That's a sun. That then illuminates the forms we've created and grows more. The dark forms, the dark energy, gets illuminated by the sun and becomes light energy. There you go. So now you can see it. It's not dark energy anymore. But the energy is still around you everywhere. That what was dark energy. Turn out the lights, turn out all the electricity on the planet, put a blanket over the sun, close your eyes. you're still here, it's still dark energy. You wouldn't be able to see the trees in front of you. You wouldn't be able to see me. But I would still be here talking to you. You might be able to hear me. But I would still be able to talk to you, but you wouldn't see me. So I would be a dark matter, a dark object. That doesn't mean I'm not here. Turn the lights back on and I'm here. There you go. No more fear for dark energy, dark matter. Now you know what it is. You in your original state, consciousness, pure love. Seek balance in life. Seek to realize that every emotion you get is a gift from the universe, from your original self. And that emotion, all those emotions work to balance you out. Appreciate each emotion that you get. Appreciate each event that comes your way and look forward to all the events that are coming, knowing that they're all going to be positive and work out your way to your wildest expectations. There you go. Secret of life. Done and done. Like university, though, you don't adopt this in one day. This is something that you get today, and it's going to spark you. It will lift you, lift your vibration. You'll feel empowered. But if you don't practice this every day and make it your new way of living, your new lifestyle, your new way of thinking, good thoughts, thinking bless you or thank you with every step, and blessing the people you see in every event that comes along, welcoming it with open arms, realizing that you do have the ability to exercise choice. If you don't want to go there because it doesn't feel right, go do whatever feels right. But always be thankful for what you're doing, the ability to do it. That's using the secret to live your life and be happy, so that at any moment of any day, if your avatar was suddenly to go, you're happy. You spent it up to the very last minute doing what you love. Now, if you have to go to work and do something that, guess what work is? Work is literally a perception of something you're doing that you don't like doing. I don't like sex. Right, bullshit. Okay, fine. But if you were somebody who didn't, I can't say that with a straight face. If you were somebody with an apprehension of it, and that does exist. Some people have had bad experiences. So, with respect to that, if you're somebody who doesn't like something, then come on through. Hey, no problem. Yeah. Respectfully, I try to keep everybody else out of the video. I haven't asked for their permission to put them in it. If you were somebody who had a bad experience with whatever it is, whether it is sex or whether it is driving or riding a bicycle, it doesn't really matter. That becomes your reality until you realize that you attracted it. Then you can change that. Life is about us experiencing things, and if we experienced nothing but good, we wouldn't understand. We wouldn't have any depth to appreciate the good stuff and really understand how good it is until, maybe some of it is taken away or curtailed. That's the reason why we get experience, the negative ones, so that we can appreciate the good ones. But is it necessary? No. Could you live a full, fruitful life enjoying just heavenly bliss? Yes. The same way energy exists perpetually throughout space that does not take physical form. Physical form can exist perpetually, appreciating the world around it, the matrix. You've heard of people that are on the edge of their deathbed and, Jesus, they don't want to